I'm doing good. How about you, Elia?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Doing great too?
Yep.
That's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I think we had some classes before.
Yes, right.
Mm, yeah, I remember your name.
But you don't remember what we studied.
The NS course.
Oh, you remember. Wow, great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, anyway, nowadays you're still studying the NS course, but you wanted to talk about the questions that you
Yeah,
have prepared.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the first topic is about employment.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Elia, when you were a child, what job did you want to have when you grew up?
Mm, I wanted to be a lawyer and also a teacher when I was
Mm-hmm.
young, but it didn't last that long because
Mm-hmm.
kids change uh, their dreams a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a drama about lawyers, and I thought they they were really rational and logical. So I thought I was good at speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that's why I wanted to be a lawyer. But I learned that if I if I become a lawyer, I have to study a lot. So that's why I gave up, yeah, being a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And English and a teacher. Being a teacher uh, could be how can I say um, boring. I thought
Mm-hmm.
because
Ah.
they have to teach the same thing every day,
Mm-hmm.
and if they I mean mm, not just 1 year. They have to teach the same thing uh, every year. So I thought if I repeat um, the same, yeah, the same, the same, how can I say, the same thing, it's really boring. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I gave up, yeah, being a teacher.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, as a teacher, you would really have to keep teaching the same subject matter all throughout the year,
Mm-hmm.
and the next year you will have to repeat teaching all the things that you have taught the previous year.
Yeah, right.
Hmm. Okay, so that's why you also decided not to become a teacher.
Yes.
Hmm. All right. So after you gave up your dream of becoming a teacher and becoming a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
what career have you decided on for yourself?
Um, when I was young, my father bought a new computer, and I was interested in a computer, um, the computer, and yeah, I started practicing typing or um, and making documents.
Hmm.
So I wanted to be I wanted to major in computer science, and I really majored in computer science,
Hmm.
and yeah, I became a programmer, but
Hmm.
it was a little bit different as I expected. Yeah, it's really a hard job in Korea.
Hmm.
It was good to um, program how can I say it was good to develop a program and fix some bugs in the source,
Hmm.
but I had to work overtime, and I had to work on weekends. That's the most difficult uh, part, yeah, be as computer as a programmer.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
all.
So, what were your parents' role in your decision?
They didn't care about my decision that much. My
Mm-hmm.
mother wanted me to be a teacher. I mean, elementary school teacher. So she asked me to go to an education. Go to how to say um, college. What's that? Education college.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, but I I said it's my life and I don't want to be teacher. So yeah, they said yeah, it's your decision. Then I will respect your decision and yeah, you can major in computer science. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was good.
Mm. Yeah, right. I think a lot of parents nowadays do not really let their children choose a career that they
Mm,
want for themselves. So it's a good thing that your parents didn't insist on what they wanted for you, right?
yeah, right.
But do you have any regrets?
Yeah, yes. When I was young, I thought a teacher, um, being a teacher, would be really boring. But
Hmm.
now I'm not a teacher, but uh, I mean, like elementary school or high school, middle or high school. But I'm teaching kids English, but it's not teaching. I'm just helping them. Mm, I'm helping them understand what they've learned from their lessons.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a sort of a teacher, I think. So I think it uh, it's how can I say it's fit for me. Um,
Suit,
Suitable.
fit
Okay.
for you.
Yeah,
Suitable,
fit.
okay.
Okay, it's suitable for me.
Hmm.
So, just I think it would be better if I applied for education college.
Hmm. Mm.
My mother was right.
Mother knows best. Mothers
Yeah,
know best.
yeah, right.
Okay, but of course, if you could go back to the past, you would really push yourself to become a teacher, right?
Uh, I don't know well,
Mm-hmm.
um, because we have to pass the exam to be a teacher,
Mm.
and they don't make much money, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, I got into a big company, and uh, I thought I made more money um, than a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if I if I if I can go to the past, I don't know I will choose to be a teacher or not. I'm not sure
Mm.
100%.
You might choose a different career instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, but I'm just wondering about the three occupations that you mentioned: teaching, becoming a lawyer, and a computer engineer, software engineer,
Programmer.
a programmer. So
Mhm.
between the three occupations, which one makes the most money in Korea?
A lawyer. Being a lawyer
Lawyer.
can make yeah much money.
Hmm. In your case, nowadays, what is the most important for you when it comes to choosing a career? Is it money or satisfaction?
If I can, I mean, the conditions of these work, these jobs are the
Mm-hmm.
same. I mean, among three jobs, I can work for the fixed time, for example,
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9 hours a day, and yeah, I will choose the job that I can make the most money. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Being a programmer, right?
No, being a
Lawyer,
lawyer.
of
Mm-hmm.
course. But of course, that's not possible if you are a lawyer, right?
That's not possible. What is
I mean,
impossible?
it's not possible that you own your time. You can work on a
Yeah.
fixed amount of time.
Mm-hmm. I heard it's really a tough job being a
Mm-hmm.
lawyer in Korea. They have to work all night if they are preparing a case.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't want to be a lawyer. Yeah,
Mm, yes.
and as a programmer, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
not a good job in Korea. Mm, We can't work for a long time as a programmer. If
Mm-hmm.
we've been working as a programmer for around 10 years, then we have
Mm-hmm.
to be a manager to get promoted. So it's not all the case, but most of the cases we have to be a manager. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the situation. Yes.
Okay, I totally understand. All right,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays you are teaching, and you have wide knowledge when it comes to computer programming. So I think there are many things that you can still teach. You can still teach people the things that you know, English and programming.
Um, yeah, I don't have many knowledge about computer science. Yeah, working at a company, um, I mean, the company doesn't need my, uh, the company doesn't ask me uh, a lot of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
If I work, how can I say? If I got into the company after no, mm, uh, they they give me a certain work, and then
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm um, I don't need to be good at everything. Just I work at how can I say? Yeah, I if I am good, if I am expert at a certain work, then yeah, it's enough, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't have to be an expert in all the areas of computer science, right?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand. All right, but yeah, you mentioned the work time is very important for you
Mm-hmm.
when choosing a job. How about coworkers or bosses? Do they matter to you?
Yeah, absolutely. But didn't uh I didn't mean I didn't mean that the working hour is only important factor to choose your job. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
other conditions. If all conditions are if all conditions are the same, when it comes to choosing a job, I mean, I will choose the job I can make the most money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand.
Hmm.
So, how important is your boss when choosing a company?
Yeah, but I can know who will be the my who will be the my boss. Who the boss? How can I say? I don't
Mm.
know who will be the my boss. Is it the right?
You mean your boss's personality?
Yeah.
Uh, ah, I don't know who will be my boss is.
Okay. So yeah, when I apply for a company, I don't know who will be the my boss is. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. You don't have any idea about their personality, about how they deal with their workers. So you cannot really choose a boss, right?
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
but if I could know my boss, who will my boss is, then yeah, I also consider the my boss's personality and my
Mm-hmm.
coworkers. Yeah, then because have some I had some problems with my boss and my coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not I'm not a person uh, I can fit uh, I I can suitable for any boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I should have checked your sentence this way. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
who my boss will be.
Who my boss will be. Okay.
That's right. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Elia,
Mm-hmm.
do you think women or female bosses
Mm-hmm.
make good bosses than male bosses?
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm a woman, and
Uh-huh.
I think there are several qualifications to be a
Mm-hmm.
good leader, boss. But to me, the best boss is to they can I mean the best boss to me is they have to listen to uh, other people's opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Guys are a little bit stubborn, or yeah, they are bossy compared
Mm-hmm.
to women. So, but women's are considerate, and they can understand their team members' feelings, and also they are good at raising the team members' morale. So yeah, I think you know, women could be a good boss.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, based from your experiences and probably observations,
Mm-hmm.
you can conclude, you can say that the women make good bosses, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ellie. Can I
it's
drink some
okay.
water?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, please.
Yeah, it happens.
In your previous company,
Mm-hmm.
was your boss a woman?
No, my boss
Ah.
was a male, and
Mhm.
but there were several leaders in my team,
Mhm.
and my sub leader was woman, and
Mhm.
she was really nice, and I
Mm.
was compatible with her. So
Mhm.
uh, she helped me. How can I say? She helped me to put out more better result.
Mhm.
How can I say it?
She helped you
Hmm.
perform better.
Yeah, perform better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, I didn't. Oh, it's really hard. Okay. Uh, the relationship between my boss and I was not that good, but uh, she knew my good parts.
Mhm.
So yeah, and
Or your
she
strength.
my strength,
Mhm.
and she. It's very hard. Okay, wait for a second.
Mhm.
How can I say? She she drew my strengths and good performance, and
Mhm.
then and I oh it's
Mhm.
hard. Okay, and uh, um, Okay, never mind. I don't know what what I can say. Okay,
Yeah,
just.
but I
Mhm,
can imagine what kind of boss she was.
mhm,
So you said she knew your strengths.
mhm,
She pointed out the things that you were good at.
mhm,
She praised you, uh, yeah, with your good performances.
mhm.
So she could continuously encourage you to do good.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm, okay. Well, I think that's exactly the definition of a good leader or a good boss.
Yeah. She can be a good leader to me, but
Hmm.
to be a good leader in Korea, she also has to uh, have a good relationship with her boss. Uh, but she was good at it too.
Hmm.
So, but many bosses, some leaders don't have a good relationship with their bosses. So it's really not good in Korea because uh, bosses supposed to decide which person will get promoted, but a team a, a team leader
Hmm.
doesn't show good aspect to their boss, then
Hmm.
team members in that team uh, couldn't get promoted that much. So
Mm.
yeah, even if my boss is really good when it comes to uh, their personality, but
Hmm.
I can never get promoted in that team. It would be also I would be also frustrated.
Frustrated. Well, yeah, of course. So, of course, sadly, it's the big boss who decides who gets promoted and who do not,
Yeah.
who gets promoted and who does not.
Hmm.
So, yeah, even if no matter how good somebody's personalities are, it doesn't necessarily mean it would entitle him or her for a promotion, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Have you ever been promoted in your workplace, in your previous company?
Yeah, I got promoted twice. Um,
Oh.
and uh, first time it was not that difficult.
Hmm.
I don't remember what. Mm, it was. I don't remember exactly, but I got promoted automatically. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I don't. I in my company I don't need to take can promotion exam. If
Hmm.
my evaluation at the end was good, then I had higher chances. I have a higher chance of getting promoted. But
Hmm.
my second promotion, um, yeah, it was not that easy, and I failed to get promoted once. And then
Mm.
next year, my boss changed it. So
Hmm.
I thought it was impossible for me to get promoted because he has his own team members, and I was new members in his team. But
Hmm.
yeah, very luckily, I got promoted. But actually, at that time, I no after 1 year, I decided to quit my job. So it was okay, even if I didn't get promoted.
Mm. Okay. So, anyway, you could you could be out of the company the next year, so it didn't matter whether it didn't matter even if you didn't get promoted.
Yeah.
Is it true that women, female workers, have a slimmer chance of getting promoted than men?
Yeah, I think so. But because most bosses are male,
Mm-hmm.
so a male, so yeah, most bosses are males, and that's why they prefer the same gender. And the
Mm-hmm.
problem is the number of women who got promoted, who get promoted, is few, and many women many women get married and then
Mm-hmm.
they have their kids. So I think it's impossible to do both working and taking care of their kids in Korea, because in Korea it is natural to work overtime. So um, if we have to get off work on time, then I think we can't work in that company for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That makes sense.
many women just gave up um,
Mm-hmm.
their work, and then very few women remained in the company.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why they have low chances of getting promoted.
Mm, yeah, I can clearly see the picture now. Of course, especially that most women, married women, will have to take some time off from work,
Yeah.
especially when they have to give birth, and
Mm.
especially if they have to take care of their children. So those can be some of the factors that affect their promotion, right?
Yeah,
Their
right.
chances of promotion. Mm, okay. Do you think promotional exams are reasonable?
Eh, we don't have any promotion exams, so
Uh,
yeah. But I think it's reasonable. I want it. It would be better um, if I can take a promotion exam,
mm-hmm,
um, because they just value um, who will be get promoted based on their evaluations
mm-hmm,
and their personal feelings. So if there are what is it, subjective objective, yeah, if there are objective standards, yeah,
mm-hmm,
I can prepare for my promotion, and I think it's more fair.
mm-hmm. Okay. So it can also depend on the kind of exam that they give their employees. It should be objective, not subjective, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still about male and female bosses,
Hmm.
let's put it into the context of politics.
Oh,
Uh,
politics. Oh.
do you think male presidents
Mhm.
make better presidents than female presidents?
uh, I don't care about their gender, uh, but um, based on our history,
Mm-hmm.
we had only one female president, and she didn't perform her her work well. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
actually, she was the worst president in Korea. But I don't think all women can't be a good president. Um, she was a unique case, and and I don't know why people couldn't see through her identity. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't, yeah, actually choose her. So
Mm-hmm.
I think people who chose her also to be blamed.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. So her case was unique.
Yeah,
But
I
I
want
agree
to
with
believe
you.
so. I'm really okay.
Yeah. So it means the gender doesn't actually matter when it comes to leading a country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course, traditionally people think, men are more suitable for the position because they are more strong-willed or other things, but actually, it's not the case. It's not about genders.
Yeah,
Hmm.
how hard they can work, but
Hmm.
in most cases, women's like you mentioned, women after women have their kids, it's really difficult for them to put their effort into their work.
Hmm.
So that's why I think if a female president uh, is elected, then she didn't do her best in her family. I just guess it's my prejudice, but yeah, I can imagine a female president uh, can balance both her work and her family.
Family. Hmm. That would really be very difficult.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And that's about male and female bosses.
Hmm.
Now it's time for the most interesting part. Can you tell me three occupations that you can do?
Yeah. I was worked as a programmer, so yeah,
Hmm.
I can be a programmer again. And
Hmm.
now I'm teaching kids English.
Hmm.
So I think I can be a tutor, but not only English. I was
Hmm.
good at math, so if I study math again, I think yeah I can teach a student math again.
Hmm.
And the third job I could do is stock investor. Uh,
Mm.
Actually, I was working as a personal stock investor, but my money is tied in the stock market right now, so I can't invest my money anymore. So I
Oh,
have
very
to
sad.
wait. Yeah, I have to wait for some time. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, if the price which I invest in the stock goes down, then yeah, I think I can work as a investor again. So
Hmm.
that's the three jobs I could do.
Hmm. Stock investor, programmer,
Hmm.
and of course a teacher, right?
Okay.
Hmm. All right. How about the three occupations that you think you could never do?
I think I there is no job I can't never do, but there are jobs I want to avoid. Uh,
Ah.
if the situation is getting worse, then I think I can do everything. But yeah, anyway, the first job I want to avoid is uh, the job how can I say do um, I mean physical job. How can I say
Hmm.
it? Can I
Physical.
say okay? Physical
Hmm.
job. Can I say
Yeah.
physical job? Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can also say that.
Okay, so I don't want to do physical job.
Hmm.
And second one is uh, I think I can work as a housekeeper, but I don't want to see dirty things because I have a weak stomach. And I have
Mm.
a question. How can I say if I see dirty things, then
Hmm.
my stomach is uneasy,
Hmm.
then is it a right term if I say I'm a squeamish?
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
Or I can also
Squeamish.
say I have a weak stomach.
Hmm. Yes, that's right.
Are they the same meaning?
Yeah, they mean the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Squeamish. No,
Yes.
it's someone who easily feels sick or disgusted, extremely disgusted, especially when they see something unpleasant, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm squeamishy, so
Mhm.
I don't want to I don't want to do uh, I don't want to work
Mhm.
think I don't want to work the job uh, that I have to see yeah dirty things.
Mhm. Mm,
And
okay.
the third job is that I have to be creative.
Mhm.
It's really difficult to be creative. When I worked as a programmer, um, I have to uh, patent. Yeah, I have to write down some patents about yeah cell phones. So
Mm,
yeah, it was really hard. I couldn't come up with any things, but I had to write one patent every month. So yeah, I always failed to pass my patent.
mhm.
So I realized I'm not that creative person. So I want to avoid yeah a creative job, a job
Okay.
that I have to be creative.
Mhm. Okay. Or you can also say you avoid jobs
Hmm.
that required creativity, right?
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. So those are. How about becoming a mortician? Ah.
Oh yeah, it's okay if I can write. Yeah, I'm squeamisy, so
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be what's that mortician. But
Yes.
if I can make much money and I have no other uh, options, then in that case, yeah, I can do. I don't want to be, but I can do.
Ah. Do you have any idea how much morticians make? How much money morticians make in Korea?
I don't know exactly, but I heard they make enough money.
Uh-huh. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I think more than enough, even.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to consider about it.
In the U.S.,
Mhm.
it says the median income
Mhm.
was $52,790
$2,000.
annually. Mm-hmm.
Could you write down? Could you type
Yeah,
down?
52
52,000.
$52,790.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
일시백천만씩만. Okay. But it's not that big amount of money as I expected.
Ah,
I thought they could make more money than, yeah, that,
mm-hmm.
yeah, $50,000.
Hmm. And that's even the average. So it means
Mm,
there are more morticians who make less than the average.
mm-hmm. Yeah, if
Considering what they have to do, I think
mhm,
that is not enough.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's not a big amount of money.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's for the occupations that you can and you cannot do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for talking to me about employment. There's another topic that you have taken note of. Training.
yeah,
This is also related to employment, right?
yeah. Because I picked out these questions from the
Uh-huh.
textbook, and yeah, it's the I mean training chapter is next to employment chapter, so yeah, they are the similar topic.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, so if you had to choose between a satisfying job and a well-paid one, which one would you choose?
Yeah, I think I already answered about this question. Yeah, because you already asked me. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah, a well-paid one.
A well-paid one.
Yeah, if other conditions are the same, like if I have to work for the same amount of hours,
Hmm.
and yeah, coworkers are the same, yeah, my boss is the same, yeah, all other conditions are the same, then yeah, I would choose a well-paid job. But other conditions are not the same, then yeah, I would choose a satisfying job.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, of course. Maybe you're already aware. A lot of Filipinos want to go to Korea to work at factories. One of my students told me that other people go to Korea to do the jobs that Koreans do not want to do. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I've heard of it the first time. Oh,
Ah,
really?
really?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I know some foreigners come
Hmm.
to Korea to work uh, 3D jobs, but
Hmm.
I didn't know Filipinos come to Korea to work that kind of jobs.
They do.
Uh-huh.
Actually, one of my friends is currently in Incheon.
Uh-huh.
He's working as a factory worker. He's working at a plastic factory.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think Koreans avoid that job is because it doesn't uh, pay them a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
must be hard. But they if the company pays employees a lot of a lot of money, then why not? Yeah, most people want to work there,
Mm-hmm.
because in Korea, we many people are suffering from getting a job, but
Mm-hmm.
they want to get a decent job. So that's why, even though there are some jobs remaining, people don't take it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine how difficult it is you know, for the people to get to university, to graduate, and I think that kind of job will not be equal to the amount of effort and difficulties they had to go through to get
Yeah.
to where they are, right?
Yes, that's right.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
you said you have a friend who uh, came to Korea, and do you know how much he make?
Yeah, he actually told me I just have to convert it. Um, 70. The first during his first year,
Mm-hmm.
he earned about 60,000 pesos. 60,000 Philippine. Let me just convert it
Okay.
to one.
Okay.
Mm, okay, 60,000. This is during his first year.
Mm-hmm. So,
Hmm.
is he still working in Korea?
Yeah, he is. It's
Uh-huh.
actually his third or fourth year. I'm not so sure, but
Uh-huh.
he's planning to stay there as long as he could.
Really? Oh, isn't he planning to go back to the Philippines?
Well, he's still single, so he
Mm-hmm.
said he will stay in Korea as long as he wants and earn as much money as he could,
Mm-hmm.
and when he's ready, he will come back.
He is the same age as you?
About 3 years older than me,
Uh-huh. Okay.
right? So he is already in his mid 30s.
Mm-hmm. How
Hmm.
about you? Are you satisfying with your job?
For now, yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. Uh, don't you have any plan to look for another job? You can say yes.
Well, I'm open to possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm thinking about something more stable.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You think this job is not stable?
I think so. Yeah,
Why?
unfortunately. Well, of course, a lot of things can happen, and I'm just comparing it to being a public school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to being a public school teacher, you would be more secured
Mm-hmm.
and also, yeah, stable. You are assured of something after retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in this company, it's not really the case. Although I can also say I'm expecting something after I retire, but it is not as as good as
Mm-hmm.
what I would get
Mm-hmm.
after retiring from my from a public school, for example.
How about a salary? Is it can you make enough money if you become a public school teacher
Yes,
compared to
of
your
course.
current job? Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, my wife is a public school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And the good thing about being a public school teacher is, aside from the benefits,
Mm-hmm.
you also expect a raise every year.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So does
Yeah,
she make more money than you?
sadly,
Oh, really?
she does.
Oh, you're lucky, I think, because you have a good wife who can make oh yeah more money than you.
Yeah, she's actually urging me to, just stay at home and look after our daughter.
Mm,
But it's not possible. Yeah.
it's not possible.
Hmm. Oh, it's not possible. Although she makes more money than me,
Uh-huh.
we have to make more to secure our family's future.
So you have only one daughter?
Only one, but we are planning on a second, probably this year or next year.
So who is taking care of her when you are working and your wife?
We take her to a kind of a nursery.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
Okay.
in the morning, of course, in the morning I can take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So in the afternoon, before coming to work, I take her to the nursery. She stays there for around 4 to 5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and at around 5 or 6 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
my wife finishes her classes,
Mm-hmm.
and she picks her up from the nursery.
Mm-hmm. Is
Difficult, actually.
is it that hard to be a public school teacher?
Not as hard as it is in Korea.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Right. Some of my students are actually preparing for the test that public school teachers have to
Mm-hmm.
take. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I realized it's not as difficult as it is in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have a certain amount of experience,
Uh-huh.
teaching experience, to make you qualified for it.
Oh, so you
So,
have enough teaching experience when it comes
hmm
to English.
I think so. Yes.
So you can be a teacher.
But I'm still thinking about it.
Oh.
Before that, you'll have to submit a lot of documents. So
Mm-hmm.
it really takes time,
Uh-huh.
right? You have to submit a lot of documents. After that, you will have to do a demo teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You will have to have a series of interviews.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And after submitting all the documents, they will tally the scores that you got from each category.
Mhm.
experiences, education, blah blah blah, interview, demo teaching, and
Mhm.
if you belong to, it depends on how much teachers they need, how many teachers they need actually.
Mhm.
So let's say they need only 10%
Mhm.
of the total applicants,
Mhm.
then the people who get the highest ranking
Mhm.
would be secured a spot in the public education.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yes.
So yeah, I think yeah you can try. Then if you fail, then you can so if you fail, then do you have to wait for uh one a year?
A year. Yes.
Mhm.
Right. So you will, but in the Philippines,
Mhm.
um, yeah, there's a lot of public school, private schools
Yeah.
who are willing to take you while you are still waiting for a chance in the public office.
Mhm.
Yeah, so even if you don't pass the first time, you can enter the private schools while waiting for 1 year.
So if you become a private school teacher, then
Hmm.
uh the you can get the same benefit as the public school.
No.
No.
Yeah, sadly, there's a lot of private schools willing to take a lot of teachers,
Uh-huh.
but many teachers just grab that opportunity to gain experience. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of teachers do not actually have a plan to stay there for a long time. So after gaining experiences, they would apply for a public post. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay,
because yeah,
mm-hmm.
in the ranking of teachers,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the experiences has the biggest weight or the biggest percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's education in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. And I have some questions, and
Oh,
is it okay for me to ask you some
oh,
questions?
sure.
Okay.
What is it?
Uh, could you open the textbook, blue, the what is that? Senior Bluetooth
Senior Blue. Okay, hold on. Senior Blue 2. What lesson?
lesson 18.
Lesson 18. Okay, lesson 18 is about employment. Ah,
Yeah.
yes, right. I found it.
Mm-hmm. And could you go to lesson 18?
Uh-huh. Okay.
And uh, yeah, B part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one. Number 3. And I'll make sure that I contributed a lot in this company before they pension me off. So why the verb tense is used past?
Mm-hmm. Due to his loyalty and dedication in the 40 years
No, no, no,
he
no.
has been
It's
here. No?
it's the separate sentences. I mean, I'm asking you the second sentence.
A second, sorry. I'll make sure that I contributed a lot in this company before they pension me off. Ah, okay. I'll make sure that I contributed a lot in this company before they pension me off. It's in the past tense. The
Hmm.
word contributed, you mean?
Yeah.
Hmm. Before, you have to take note of the word before. Before they pension you off,
Hmm.
you should have been able to contribute a lot in this company.
But mhm. But at this point, at this current at this how can I say, at this time,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he or she didn't contributed uh, a lot.
Yes. For
So
at this moment,
yeah, at
he
this moment.
didn't have enough contributions. So before they pensioned him off,
Mm-hmm.
he will have to make sure that he contributed a lot. So let's put it this way. Let's have a timeline. Okay. So this is the past,
Mm-hmm.
the present, and the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now that he is talking, he is at this period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But he is talking about the future, somewhere in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why before when he gets pensioned off, it
Mm-hmm.
will be in the it's also in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being pensioned off. So contributing something or giving enough contributions also fall in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So somewhere here from the
Mm-hmm.
present,
Yeah.
yes, and this is being pensioned off.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be contributed. Do you get it? Do you
Yeah,
understand
I
the
can.
timeline? Hmm.
Yeah, I can get it. But in this case,
Hmm.
even though it didn't happen yet, we can use the past tense.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really? It's really
In a
interesting.
in a different form. Okay. In a different form, are you familiar with should have been able to?
I should have been done something.
Able to.
No, I should
To do
have been
something.
able to.
Do something.
I should have been able to do something.
Are you familiar with that
No.
pattern? Mm, okay. Should have been able to. In a different form, you can say, before they pension me off. Yeah. Before they pension me off, I
Mm-hmm.
got confused.
Uh,
I've been able to. Ah, yes. Um, by the time they pension me off,
mm-hmm.
I should have been able to contribute a lot in this company.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
think yeah, I have to check it out, yeah, later. Yeah, I think yeah, you have to get some rest even for 2 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Elia. This was a really interesting conversation. You do have a great time tonight. I'll see you
Yeah.
again next time, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye.